So Matt was saying the first time he saw himself as a video game character, it wasn't even surreal, it was just creepy, because that's not how he sees himself in the mirror, apparently. How do you relate to that?
I agree. I think, well, obviously you have this impression of your outer self and how others see you and how you think you move and act and all that. And so, even it's kind of like hearing yourself on a voicemail, when you hear your own voice and you're like, nah, it's not me. That's, that doesn't sound like me. But, sometimes it does. Like to other people, I may look like that. And so I can agree and kind of relate to that, seeing, well, obviously in college was a lot different. That NCAA game was a lot different than, now. But these games are getting so good now that, like that batting stance guy, he can replicate everybody's batting stance to a T. So, they do mocap with that guy, and he gets the actions like down to a T. So, it's gotten better and better over the years. But I can definitely see where earlier when I was on these earlier games, it didn't really resemble me.
And with Kinect coming out, or Kinect, we have PlayStation Move, Kinect, all these motion games that are getting kids off the couch. How do you think that'll translate to a baseball game?
I don't think it'll really. I mean, I'm sure that they'll find a way, to make it work. But I mean, those kind of games are the kind of games like that we wish kids would just get off the couch and go outside and play. Actually play. And not try to recreate it on Kinect or anything like that. But at least it's a step in the right direction. At least I think we are now starting to move forward more as a human race, as far as like we were really an obese, lazy culture for a long time. And I think, with all the media and stuff, kind of this Biggest Loser and everything, kind of doing a good job of informing people, we've really taken a step in the right direction, and video games are doing the same thing.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how hardcore of a gamer are you?
I mean, probably a 4, like 3 or 4.
More than Matt said.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of that old school. Like I'd rather go outside and do something. I'd rather do something physical.
Take your Game Boy outside.
Right. Yeah, or my Walkman. But no, it just like it. I really feel like it's not my. It's kind of, there's that generation gap. Like there's obviously some guys my age that are huge gamers, but I feel like the kids that are in my brother's age group are like glued to the television. He's 18, he's almost 10 years younger than me, so it's like, and I think that's where all of this stuff is starting with, like, kids being inactive and staying inside, that their age group, they grew up playing video games, grew up like, like my little nephew knows how to operate an iPad already, he's 3 years old, so it's like, I wouldn't even know what a cell phone was when I was that age, and now, these kids are growing up with it, so that's kind of the way I equate it, but I'm probably only a 3 or 4.